no, you can just say à plus. You are going to meet. Par exemple, you are going to meet tomorrow. You can just say à demain. À demain. À la semaine prochaine. À la semaine prochaine. À l'année prochaine. Right? Very simple. So from today you can leave au revoir to rest repeat and try this other expression. Let us repeat again. À plus. À bientôt. À l'année prochaine. À demain. You can even say bye. It's allowed in French. You can use bye. You use in English. You can also use it in French. So when you know that you are going to meet tomorrow, just say à demain. If it is next week, à la semaine prochaine. If there is a particular day of the week, you know that you are sure that you are going to meet, and you know the day of the week, lundi, mardi, mercredi, jeudi, vendredi, samedi, dimanche. If you are meeting on Monday, you say à lundi. On Tuesday, à mardi. On Saturday, you just say à samedi. So if it is next Monday, you can say à lundi prochain. À lundi prochain. À samedi prochain. À dimanche prochain. Très bien. Merci beaucoup. Thank you for this short lesson. Please continue to watch, continue to subscribe, and please also drop. Bonjour, bienvenue à ce nouveau cours de français par Papy. Welcome back to this new class with Papy French class. Before we start this class, I want to thank all my viewers, and also the comment section will gather all the questions and look into them and respond accordingly. So today we are going to talk about a particular way of expressing ourselves in French language. You know, in French language we have tenses, but we also have what we call mode. So a mode is different from a tense. A mode is just a form of expression. So the topic of today will be on le subjonctif. Le subjonctif. So the subjonctif in French is not a tense, but it is a mode. But before you use subjonctif, you must know 7 things about le subjonctif. First of all, le subjonctif, you have to know that le subjonctif is not a tense. It is a mode. What is a mode in French? It's just a way of expressing oneself. Number 2, the subjunctive is always introduced by the conjunction que. Number 3, the subjunctive is not a mode, I say it. The subjunctive is introduced by que, I also say it, but number 3 now, the subjunctive is always used with 2 different subjects. So to get subjunctive in a sentence, you need 2 different subjects, because you are using subjunctive to express an idea that is subjective to a previous idea. So now, the 2 ideas are sentences. So to use subjunctive, the first idea must have a subject that is different from the second idea. So number 4, to get subjunctive, you need a particular type of verbs. What does that mean? Simple means that it is not all verbs that can introduce subjunctive. So when we get deeply into this lesson, I will give you the list of verbs you can use to introduce subjunctive. The next thing about subjunctive is that it's not only que we use to introduce subjunctive. We have other conjunction like bien que, avant que, pour que, but the most used is the conjunction que. You also have to know that subjunctive is used for what? Subjective actions. Say an action that is what? Subject to a previous one. Example in English, when you want to say, I want you to come tomorrow. You coming tomorrow is because I want it. So you are coming is subject to what? To me wanting it. Are you getting it? Très bien. So we'll go deeply into this lesson. Subjunctive is a mode. So now, how do we obtain subjunctive in French language? This is the format. Our subjunctive always start with que. Always start with que. Que. After the que, you put what? The subject. And the subject can be a pronoun. The subject can be a noun. After the subject, you put now the verb into subjunctive. The verb you want to use into subjunctive. So, example in English. The first example I gave, I want you to come. So, I want is the first idea. You come is the second idea. So, the verb come here in this sentence must be under what? Subjunctive. So, let's try it in French. I want is what? Je veux. Now, you come. Before you introduce your you come, you have to put que. So that que is what will make the verb come to be into subjunctive. I want, je veux. Que plus what? Subject, tu, that is you. Now, come now must be under subjunctive. So we have something like this. Je veux que tu viennes must be under subjunctive. So if you look at this sentence, je veux que tu viennes, we have two different subjects. Je, which is the first person personal pronoun, tu, the second personal pronoun. So because of the presence of these two subjunctive. So now if you move to another example, nous voulons que vous veniez ce soir. We want you to come this evening. We want you to come this evening. You coming this evening is because we want it. So in this particular sentence, you need subjunctive. Nous voulons, we want, you come this evening. But before you put that second idea, we need to put que. Nous voulons que vous veniez. Nous voulons que vous veniez ce soir. So everything is clear. But now you have to know that it's not all verbs that can introduce subjunctive. There are some particular verbs like vouloir, verb like aimer, verb like souhaiter. So we can say, j'aimerais que vous veniez ce soir. Je voudrais que vous veniez ce soir. Verbe désirer. So we also have some verbs that can introduce subjunctive, but those verbs must be under negative form. Example, to think, penser, to believe, croire. But if you want to use subjunctive, those verbs must be under what? Negative form. Example, I don't think that he will come. I don't think that he will come. So here, he will come must be under subjunctive. So how are you going to put it? Je ne crois pas qu'il vienne. Je ne crois pas qu'il vienne. Why? Because the verb croire is under what? Negative form. Je ne pense pas qu'il puisse réussir. Je ne pense pas qu'il puisse réussir. Vous voyez? Je ne pense pas. Penser is under negative form. So, réussir. Subjunctive, there are some verbs that can introduce subjunctive. You mentioned them. You also have other verbs that can only be under negative form, like the verb to believe, the verb think, penser. Use them to introduce subjunctive. They must be under negative form. In French, if you want to say, I don't think that he can succeed, the verb to think here is under negative form. So you can now use this type of sentence in subjunctive. I don't think that he can succeed. I don't think. Je ne crois pas. Je ne pense pas. I don't think. Je ne pense pas that he can succeed. Qu'il puisse réussir. Je ne crois pas qu'il puisse réussir. I don't think that he can succeed. The verb to believe, croire. You can also use croire under negative form to introduce subjunctive. Je ne crois pas qu'il vienne. Je ne crois pas qu'il vienne. Mean what? I don't believe, he can come. I don't believe that he can come. So this is subjunctive. Now let us go to some special verbs. The most used verb, how can you put them in subjunctive? We start with the verb être. So remember what we said, to get subjunctive you need what? This is the formula. Sujet, but before the sujet you put what? Que. A simple sentence is subject, verb, object. But before you put the subject, the que must be first. Que je sois, que tu sois, qu'il soit, que nous soyons, que vous soyez, qu'il soit. That is the verb être under subjunctive. Avoir, que j'ai, que tu es, qu'il est, qu'elle est, que nous ayons, que vous ayez, qu'il est. Now, allez, que j'aille, que tu ailles, qu'il aille, que nous allions, que vous alliez, qu'ils aillent, qu'elles aillent. Faire, the verb to do. Que je fasse, que tu fasses, qu'il fasse, que nous fassions, que vous fassiez, qu'il fasse, qu'elle fasse. So let's try this verb in sentences. Example, the verb to be. I want you to be at home this evening. I want you to be present in my birthday, in my birthday. I want you to be present during my birthday. So this type of sentence, the verb to be must be under subjunctive. Now, I want, je veux, you to be, mean you have to put this under subjonctif. Je veux que tu sois présent à mon anniversaire. I want you to be present to my birthday. Je veux que tu sois présent à mon anniversaire. Another example. I want you to have a car. Example. I want you to have a car. Je veux que tu aies. So ici des verbes. Une voiture. Le verbe venir. The verb to come. He wants us to come. He wants us to come. In French, you need subjonctif. You say, il veut que nous venions. Il veut que nous venions. So you see how you can use subjunctive. It's a mode of expression. Thank you. Please don't forget some questions. Please drop them and we'll give you some response. Once again, thank you. Au revoir.